In a time of uncertainty, when the world seems to teeter on the edge of chaos, one voice reminds us, the future is not something that happens to us, it's something we create together.
In honor of John L. Peterson, with heavy hearts and deep gratitude, we remember John L. Peterson, visionary founder and president of the Arlington Institute. We love this man. He touched our lives. He changed our lives. And we are deeply blessed to have known and loved someone so rare and courageous. The world is shifting, and John saw it coming. With your continued support, we will carry his torch forward. The Arlington Institute team.
I'm John Peterson from the Arlington Institute. I'm a futurist. I have been for 30 years. I'm a professional futurist. There are not too many of us around that study the future in a systematic and almost full-time way. Written 3 books about the kind of techniques and approaches to thinking about the future. Done a whole bunch of different kinds of things, all about how to look at the future. What's coming is on our horizon is nothing less than extraordinary. And it's really quite fundamental to who we are as human beings. And it's unlike anything any of us have ever experienced before. In fact, you could argue that it's unlike anything that's ever happened in recorded history. And so it's a really, really, really big deal.
Let me ask you this. Looking back at your life's work, what do you hope your legacy will be? And what's one idea you'd like to leave people with thinking about the future? Where should their mind be?
Well, what I would like people to think about is what I've just said, and that is that we have a limited amount of time, measured in months, literally, in order to start to build the framework, the basic architecture for a new way of living. Otherwise, we get locked, for lots of reasons that are easily explainable, you get locked into this dystopian track that's going in quite a different kind of way that has amazing kind of downstream implications if you listen to some of the sources that talk about that. And so the most important thing is, I mean, really good things. Maybe the aliens come and clean us up and give us a ride, take us to somewhere else. If that's the case, then it doesn't make any difference. But if it isn't the case, then you better cover yourself over this one scenario, and that's that we got to. And the way to do that is to build a new world, and the basis for a new world. So that's really the most important thing. And out of that, by the way, are the likelihood of new countries and other kind of things coming downstream. And well, hey, how about let's build a new country that's built around these whole new principles and these other kind of things. That'd be something to leave as a legacy, I think. I believe in people. I believe in our ability to adapt, to care, to imagine, and to build. The world is changing fast. AI, technology, even our understanding of consciousness. But these are tools. It's up to us to use them wisely to create a world that is more loving, more just, more beautiful. I've been thinking the last couple of days about what the purpose of life is. There's something new that's emerging, and it is really quite different than anything we've learned before. And so what you have to do is be open and permeable to the new ideas and be willing to change and move yourself down that space. You've got to have a really good kind of sense of yourself and of purpose and hope, that you look down the road and you get to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and that there's something really cool that's coming downstream. Because if you don't, the mainline media and the rest of the world is going to try to convince you the whole thing's going to hell in a handbasket. And from their point of view, it really is. And therefore, you really need somebody strong to tell you what to do, like the government or something like that. You don't use the opportunity to move into a new space, build a new perspective about the reality, and see the world and the possibility in a new way. See the new world that might emerge out of all of this, and be able to kind of change and morph yourself to be able to deal with that. Then you're going to have a really hard time with all of this. And what this means is that no matter what is presented to us in front of us, that path has got to be defined by hope. It's all an opportunity. It's kind of like saying, are you going to change? Are you going to see the world differently? Are you going to learn something differently? Or are you going to fold your arms and you're going to say, oh, I don't know about this, and you get afraid and you go backwards and try to stay connected to the things that gave you comfort in the past. And so it's an extraordinary kind of opportunity to just go with this thing, surf into a new space. But yeah, you got to know that that's where it's going. You have to have some sense of hope about where this is all going, and that's what we're going to try to build. So I hope you'll stay with us, and if you like this, and I hope you'll pass it on to some other friends, this little blog, and point them to it, and punch the button and say that you like this, and all of those kinds of things, and I'll see you the next time.
I would now like to read a poem written by Rick McGow for John Peterson. Today, as we celebrate his life, we invite you to listen with our hearts. The words you are about to hear are offered as though carried across the veil, John's spirit reaching back to us, reminding us that love endures, vision expands, and the future is already unfolding. My friends, my friends, my friends, my excitement cannot be contained. Oh, and how far this expanse extends. I wish you were with me now to see through my eyes. This place is so boundless, so inviting. Here there are no goodbyes. It is difficult to express in human terms the joy I have here. There is only love in this radiant home, never a place for fear. Please do not be saddened for me. I have finally arrived in that space I always spoke about. It is vibrant, luminous, and alive, and I am embraced by family and friends beyond doubt. Your thoughts, healings, and prayers, carried as energy through the ether, helped me in my transition. I am overwhelmed with compassion by your loving transmission. While I come to you now as John Peterson, that is only one aspect of my higher self. There is so much more than the single expression of myself. From the human perspective, I know it seems I left too soon. And if you had asked me then, I too would have said, I don't wish to leave this room. But remember when I said, you don't know what you don't know. I see now the larger picture, and yes, that is so. We are so much more than the physical form we wear in third density. But oh, what a wisdom-filled creation with the emotions we share in that diversity. You all touched my life in some special way, and I hope I expressed that enough to each of you. We cannot reach perfection without imperfect times that create our emotional blue. Yet we can learn from our emotions, our events, our experiences, our excursions, so that we may look at ourselves and choose only the best of our versions. I am not gone from you, my friends. The energy that created universes along with you and me can never be destroyed, only transformed into new ways to see. I know that most cannot feel it, but a part of that energy is also here with mine. Like-minded energy knows no location, only existence in the infinite living divine. I give you my deepest expression of thank you to all I have met. We are not finished with our vision of the future, so do not fret. As that futurist I once called myself in third density, I have seen it, and it is brighter than your current imagination. Continue, imagine, intend, release the fight, and the new human in the new world will emerge in perfection. As I leave you now, hold my hand, feel my energy, see our future. Know that I will always be with you in some version, in some manner, as part of your adventure. It is never a single moment or a single soul that births our shared reality. But together, hand in hand, we will bring forth the future, shifting like a silver banner for all to see. In love, gratitude, and appreciation, I leave you now as the human known as John Peterson, whose agreed time completed.